Hi there, welcome to my channel. My name is Mindy. I'm from Mindy Over 50 and I am a Seint Beauty makeup artist. The video that you're going to see is a tutorial video, a full face tutorial video that I created for one of my out-of-state clients who I had just color matched. And she was a little unsure about the color of contour that she wanted. So I created the video and sent it to her with one side of my face using one color contour and the other side using another contour color so that she could see the difference between both. And if you are thinking about trying Seint makeup, this might be something that I can send to you just to help you with placement and answer any questions that you might have about the makeup. Anyway, before we get started, I'd love to have you like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to punch that little button down there so that the next time I upload a video, you will be notified. And without further ado, let's get started. Hi Pam, I'm making you this little video just because I think it'll be easier in trying to explain your color match. I have your picture all printed out here, all lovely and marked up. So I'm gonna go over that as I'm putting on this makeup, okay? And when you get your email and open it up, you'll see in there that I indicated that you could pick one of probably 3 different contours. They all would probably look okay, and it's just kind of personal preference. So I'm gonna just put one kind of contour on this side. I'm going to use olive on this side, and on this side I'm going to use indigo, just so you can get a reference and see kind of what they look like. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes. Now you look like you have some redness also on your lids and above your eyes, and also down here you have a little bit of purple. So I'm the same way. I'm going to start with a little bit of my brightening shade, which is white peach, which is the same as yours. And that's just gonna, look how that takes the redness away and gives you a really good base to put your eyeshadows on. There we go. I know you didn't say right off the bat that you wanted eyeshadows, but I figured since I'm doing this anyway, this will give you a good picture of what everything looks like. I'm just putting a little bit of translucent powder on my eyes after I put my brightener on, just so that it's nice and smooth. Okay. And since we're using olive on my right side, I am going to use for my eyes, for the lower lid, I'm going to use, and you said you liked pinks and mauves, so I chose those. Here's a little pink called Claire, and I'm just going to put that like right on my bottom. And let me switch to my Seint eyeshadow brush. This is Claire, going on the bottom lid. Above my crease, I'm going to use a color called Chai, and that's going to go right up here. And you see I have hooded eyes, so I have to bring my color up above my crease. Right inside the crease now, I'm going to use this color, one of our newer ones. It's kind of a shimmer, and it's called Eve. It's kind of a purpley type shimmer. I'm going to put that right in my crease just to kind of deepen the crease a little bit. These eyeshadows are very, very, very pigmented. You do not need very much at all. So I'm putting it on a little bit at a time. I don't want to put too much on. You can always add to, but it's hard to take away. Okay, and then for the outside of my eye, I'm going to use one of my old favorites called Arabian Night, And it is actually we don't have very many cream based eyeshadows, but this one is a cream eyeshadow. And we're gonna put it right here, and it's gonna go on like a sideways V. And I'm gonna just bring that down below my eye as well. All right, the other eye, since we are using indigo, and the olive has a little more medium brown color to it, and the indigo has a little bit more red in it. So I'm doing the eye just a little bit different. Same thing here, we're gonna put clear on the lower lid here. We're gonna put chai up above. We are going to use a color called Lullaby to kind of deepen this crease a little bit. And then on the outside, I'm going to use a color called Fin, and it's kind of a shimmery, and it's almost like a pewter. Very pretty. Just put my lashes on this morning, so hope they're gonna stick. I love this shade. It's just enough of a shimmer, and it's kind of almost like an iridescent too. Okay, so there's the difference in the eyes. And I'll bring this down a little bit. And then on both sides, I'm gonna bring some of that clear right towards the middle. Okay? Now that we have eyes on, we're gonna go ahead with our face, and we're gonna color correct a little bit. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do this too, just to show you kind of how to color correct. I'm gonna use a color called Mango on the redness. I have a little bit too. I don't know if you can see. You probably have a little bit more than I do, but I have some redness around my nose, right here. I have some redness here. So I would recommend either, this is the blend brush. It's perfect for putting on just a light dusting. We don't want a huge amount of this on. We just want a light dusting. So here is the Mango color right here. It looks kind of like orange. I tapped it about 3 times. There's not much on there. And we're gonna just start putting a very light little dusting on those red areas. Also any sunspots or anything that you have. Now it looks orange. That's okay. That's how it's supposed to look in order to do the color correcting. Just a little bit, just a light little dusting. And you don't even really feel it. I mean, our makeup should not feel cakey or heavy or anything like that. So just a light little dusting. I'm also going to put a little bit under my eyes. You definitely, with that little spotlight, like right there, I noticed that there's a bit of purple there. And you definitely want to color correct that with this Mango. I have more bags than I do redness, but that's okay. Okay, so for you, it was cheeks around here, the bottom of your chin, and I noticed you might have a couple little spots over here. Any sunspots, you want to do those, okay? And also underneath your eyes, okay? That's color correcting. Next, we're going to move on to our the main foundation, which is the one that most closely matches your skin color. We call it the main. You don't use very much of it at all. Yours and mine is exactly the same. You're pretty much like a amber, okay? I think I mentioned in there that you're almost in between Candlelit and Amber. Candlelit is a little more lighter. I don't know if you can tell here. This one is Candlelit. This one is Amber. Not much difference, but when you get it on your face, you can see a difference. I think you need a little more warmth, so I chose the Amber. If when you get your makeup, if you feel like the Amber is just a little too warm for you, you can always add a bit of your brightener and that will brighten it up, okay? So we're gonna start just kind of stippling Amber on your lower jawline here. And we're stippling because we just put the color correct on. We don't want to just swipe the color correcting, the mango, away. And I'm gonna put some like right here in the center of my eye. So right here, that is our mane. We're also gonna put our mane like right up here. Our mane goes wherever there isn't anything else. I know that sounds crazy, but we'll be putting the contour on and the brightening. So if you're gonna put contour or brightening there, you won't put your mane there. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna use our brightener, which is White Peach, this one right here. And actually I'm gonna switch brushes. I'm gonna go with our detail brush. This brush is perfect for the brightener. You're gonna put your brightener right here on either side of your eye, like right underneath your tear duct, and right here. I usually bring it down around my nose, right here on my Cupid's bow, right here on my chin, and right up here between my eyebrows. And we will blend this all in just a little bit, okay? Now it's time for the contour. And like I said, I'm gonna use olive on this side, and I'm gonna use indigo on this side so that you can see the difference. It may not be much of a difference, just kind of slight, but we will see. I'm gonna go back and use the detail brush again, okay? And we're gonna do this side first, and that one is the indigo. The two that we're using right here are, this is olive, and this is indigo. It looks really dark, but trust me, it'll look beautiful. I have just a little bit on one side of my brush, okay? And we're gonna start right here. This is the indigo. It has a little more red in it, and I'm just kind of stippling it a little bit here. I'm also gonna come down here, and I'm gonna chisel out my jawbone with it. I'm also gonna bring it up around here. There we go. And this is just designed really to create a shadow on our face so that we get that nice little lifted and curvy 3D look to our face. I'm also gonna take this and I'm just gonna put a little dab right down the side of my nose right here. And like I said, we'll blend that out in just a little bit, okay? I'm just wiping my brush off a little bit, but we're gonna use the same brush. And on this side, we're using the olive. And you'll see the difference in the color. The olive is a little more medium brown, where the indigo has a little more red in it. And we're putting this contour like right, you can feel your cheekbone, and you're gonna go right under, hug it right underneath there. And you wanna stay about 2 fingers away from your nose so that you don't come in all the way. And when we're blending this out, we don't want to over blend it because we'll be putting some lip and cheek on, some blush, and some bronzer. Carving out my jawline there. Okay, so you can see the difference. This one is, like I said, is a little more red in it, okay, which you might like. This one is a little more muted, kind of brown. Both are pretty. A lot of people get two different kinds and they switch them up once in a while. They get tired of one and, you know, they just switch it up. And I'm gonna put this right here on the side of my nose. I know it looks funny because they're different colors, but that's okay, you'll get the picture. All right. Now I'm gonna go back to my brightener, the white peach. I'm gonna put a little bit on my finger and it's gonna go right down the center of my nose, okay? And that's gonna help to just kind of slim your nose, make it a little more narrow, okay? So we actually can blend this out now, okay? And I'm blending, I'm using the blush and bronzer brush, okay? It's a good one. I usually start blending from the lightest color into the darkest color. So you want to keep a little bit of a line there so you can just kind of see that chiseled look, which is going to lift your cheekbone. Blend this out, and I'm going to take this right here, going to kind of squish it together a little bit. Actually, let me get my right here. I'm going to get some more of that brightener, blend it out. Now we're going to blend out the rest of the contour. And for the cheeks, you want to just kind of blend it up. And you can still see that definition there. We're going to bring this contour down our neck, your neck as well. Your chest area is darker. This part is pretty light. Happens to 90% of us. So, but you want to make sure we kind of tie your face to your neck, okay? And so we're gonna be using some bronzer to do that. And we'll do some bronzer right now. I'm thinking Bella bronzer would be good for you. I use that as well. So I have just a little bit on there. I don't know if you can see. And we're just gonna kind of like swirl it. And this just warms up your face. Get a little bit more on this side. I have kind of a tall forehead, so I'm bringing this down to about halfway until you get to the area that's brightened there. And we'll bring the bronzer down here. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of lip and cheek color on, okay? And to go with the pink that I have, I'm gonna use something called, I'm gonna use this one. It's called Summer Love. And I may put a little bit of this pink grapefruit on top of it. They're designed to work on your lips and your cheeks. And then I usually put just a few dots right here. And I'm just gonna kind of pounce this blush and bronzer brush a little bit. You can add more if you want. I kind of like the way that looks. And I have a little bit of an illuminator that I like to use. It's a cream one. We have powders and creams. The powders are a little more potent, but I'm going to use a little bit of this cream, and it's just going to go like right here, which just puts a little bit of shine on your cheekbones where the sun would normally hit it. I usually put it down the tip of my nose, the bridge there, and the tip. You can even put it on your lips if you like. Now, I don't know if I want that pink grapefruit. Now we'll put a little bit and just see how it works. If it's too bright, we can always darken it up a little bit. So there it is. I'm just putting a little bit, and you can put a little dab up here too. Put the remainder of it up there. Anyway, I like it. That's pretty much it. Now, if you felt like the amber was too warm for you, all you would have to do is take a little bit of your white peach, which is the same thing that you used here and here, down your nose, here. This is your brightener. And you could put a little bit of white peach here and stipple it in. And that's gonna lighten that up. And that way you don't have to end up with another tin of like candlelit, which is the lighter color. See there? It just lightened it up a little bit. Anyway, I hope that this was helpful. And of course, I am here for any questions that you have. And if you need to, when you get your makeup, if you need to do like, if we need to do like a FaceTime or whatever, so we could put it on together, I'll be happy to do that. And no question is dumb whatsoever, none. Again, this is, let's see, we got, this side is the indigo, which is a little more red in it. And this side is the olive, which is just a little more of the medium brown. So hopefully that will help you to decide. And also I mentioned in my email to you, I normally wear Astoria. And if you go on my Instagram, 95% of the pictures of me have Astoria as my contour. And if you want a separate picture, I'll supply you with one of those. But I like all three of these. And you could, like I said, you could interchange them a little bit if you want to. Anyway, I'll be available for questions. I've sent you my website so you can go in and just go ahead and purchase whatever you want. But of course, I'll be happy to go ahead and create a cart for you with everything in it that we went over and talked about and that you want. And I'll be happy to do that too. If we do it that way, I'll just create everything. I'll send the cart to you. You can look at it and edit the cart, take some things out, put some different things in if you want. And then all it is just you checking out. So you would just put your credit card information in, click checkout, and you know, that's how it gets finished. So again, thank you so much for your order. I can't tell you how honored I am to be working with you. And like I said, any questions you have, I'm here. Okay? See you soon. Bye-bye.